Hi, in this video we are going to look at how to use a graphing software package called Desmos to create your graphs. This is available on your App Store or on Google Play. It's a web-based graphing program, which means we would have to log in. Now, I want you to go up to the address box in your Google Chrome, so you need to have Chrome open, and you're going to type www.desmos.com. It's going to bring you up to this screen. Now we're going to click on Start Graphing. Now, in order to be able to save your work, you're going to need to sign in. So I want you to click on Sign In. I want you to sign in with your Google account. And everyone who is a user in HWDSB will use their same account that you used to log into your hub. So enter your email, enter your password, and click on Sign In. And this is now the screen that you're going to get. Now, I want to start by making my first graph, and we're going to do that using an equation. So I'm going to click on my plus to add an element, and I'm going to add an expression. And in the expression, I'm going to write my exponential equation. What makes the equation exponential is that the variable, the x, is your exponent. So I'm going to type in here y equals my base, which will be 2. Now I want to raise that to an exponent, so while holding the shift key, I'm going to hit the 6 key, which gives it that little carat symbol. We saw that on our calculators to raise it to the exponent, and the exponent is x. And when I do that, I have my graph created. Now I can move my graph by holding my cursor on the graph, holding down the left mouse button. I can drag it, I can zoom in, I can zoom out, or I can default back to the original screen. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to move it. Now, what's good about this is when I position my cursor over certain points, I position my cursor and hold down the left mouse button, I get the value of the coordinate. So if we're looking for specific answers, we can get them. And I want to go higher, so I'm going to zoom out, and I can now go to 8. I want to be right on 3 and 8. Perfect. Now, if I wanted to save this, I would click on Save, and it has now saved for me. Ready for me when I come back. Now, the next way I want to do this is with a table of values. So I'm going to click in the next box. I'm going to click my plus to add an item, and I'm going to add my table. The only problem with the table is you need to know these values. You have to have been given them in the question. So we're going to have to do a little bit of mental math here as we do this. So we've warmed up with our laws of exponents, so we know the answers to here. So, if x is -1, 2 to the exponent -1 would mean 1 over 2. Press my tab, I can go to the next box, or I can just move my cursor down. 2 to the exponent 0 is 1. I told you this information would be important in the last lesson. Let's move down 1. 2 to the exponent 1 will be 2. And we'll go down one more. 2 to the exponent 2 is 4. Now, notice as I'm putting those values in, they're actually plotting them on the graph for me. So I have my -1 1/2, I have my 0 1, I have my 1 2, and I have my 2 4. that allows me to know that my answers are correct. I can make my graph, I can verify that it is correct. Now, let's say I wanted to add a label to this so I know what this data is. If I come over to the right-hand side and click on Graph Settings, I can click a label for the x-axis. Now, remember, the x-axis is the line that goes horizontally across. I'm going to call that my time. And notice it's put it down at the bottom right for me. And my y-axis is going to be my distance. And it puts that for me. So this gives me a sense of what the graph is all about. Now I want to save this again. And there I am. I've created my graphs using Desmos. I can print them out. I can share them. Oh, now I can send them to my teacher. So I'm going to click on Share Graph, and I'm going to share this link. So I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to email, and I'm going to send it to my teacher, jgibbard at hwdsb.on.ca. Put in my name, and I'm going to label this example 1, and I'm going to send it. Done. Now, we'll learn more about this as we do the project, but that's the end of this video. Best of luck!